G'day and welcome to this week's Friends of Oris video review. I'm your host Smithy. I have from the Warren. How are you, mate?
I'm fine. How are you, Andrew?
Good, good. Today, Warren, one of the more exciting watches that we've been looking forward to for a while now, the BC4 Retrograde Day. A different display. Take us through a couple of the technicals and features, Warren.
Okay, so it's a 42.7mm case, quick lock crown, water resistant to 100 metres, dome sapphire crystal, and
anti-reflective coating on the inside.
Absolutely.
Excellent. And what's the movement they're running in there, mate?
It's an SW220.
The 735.
735, yeah.
Yep. So, what is a retrograde display, Warren?
Well, a retrograde display is a display that works more in a linear fashion rather than a circular fashion.
Right.
You know.
Right, so the date display on that is that circular motion you've been talking about, while the day display is that linear retrograde style.
Well, not exactly.
Oh, come on, Warren.
I mean, the date is just a window display.
Yeah.
I think the general agreement on the thought of the difference between a retrograde display and a normal, say, sub-dial display is the fact that, you know, for instance, a normal minute display on a chronograph in a sub-dial goes from 0 to 60 in a clockwise fashion. You can have the same thing in a retrograde, and they tend to be like a semicircular display. So it'll go, it'll bounce back and reset. This is a slightly different version of a retrograde display, the way they do it. So they don't set it out in a dial at all. It's done through apertures in the dial itself. And I think personally that that adds to maybe a cleaner look
on the dial.
On your dial. I think it's a smart idea. I don't believe it's been done in any terribly complicated fashion below the dial, but I think it's a smart layout. It's something that I don't think I've seen in watches before. The chronograph and the retrograde, exactly the same size case. The retrograde day actually appears to be a much larger watch.
Exactly.
The dial has a bigger presence in the case.
And I also think that's contributed partly because their new, what I feel is a bit more military look to the BC4 that they're bringing through now. And we were just discussing before that I really think that the BC4 range now is starting to hit their strides.
Oh yeah.
And is going to be hanging around for quite a while in the Oris range. Yeah,
I love what they're doing with the new hand design. You know, it's got a great balance in the dial. Extra loom.
A lot more loom on there. A lot of people have commented on that, and they really like those larger, cleaner hands.
The minute track around the dial is done differently to the way you would normally see it on, say, on the chronograph with the incline plane there. This is done flat, but stepped up from the base
it's just
of the
elevated
dial.
as opposed to a tapered.
It adds a nice depth to it as well. It's a plain dial, but it actually has a little depth to it. There's been a bit of talk, you know, about the appearance of this watch. I think give it a chance. See if you can get one in your hand. Have a good look at it, and I think you'll change your mind. It's seems to be a very well adjusted watch too. You know, we did some tests before with snapping it through. You know. To the midnight position, and that day and the date both snap over exactly the same time, right at midnight.
Beautifully
it's a nice thing to see.
Yeah, excellent. And again, that's that step up in quality that Oris are really putting out there. And Warren's exactly right. If you can get your hands on it and have a look at it, you'll be very impressed, I believe, with this watch. It's a bit of a sleeper, and you'll be impressed with it.
Yeah, understated presence.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's all we've got time for today. If you have any questions, fire them through to me, or I'll see you guys out there on the forum. See you later.
Bye.
And it's the first time we've seen the 220 in the range for the BC4. I'm just making that up, I don't really know.
It could be.
Could be.
Yep. You're right.
It's first for everything. Okay. So the date display on that is that circular fashion. Turn your phones off, people.
The boss.
Mr.